Alright guys, we're here to talk about an Infinity Game Table release. This is a really exciting release that I'm really happy to talk about. It is a game that's been around at Target and all these stores and has a really big following because a lot of people love this game, especially families who have kids and stuff like that, and they love party games. This fits that bill really well, and I'm excited to show you guys how they actually implemented this on the Infinity Game Table. And the game we're talking about today is Tapple.
Gaming tech, eating brekkie is the gaming tech. Going for a brekkie is the gaming tech. Gaming tech is the gaming tech. Gaming techie.
Alright guys, here we are with Tapple on the Infinity Game Table. A game that a lot of us probably recognize. This game is at Target and it's been a hit. Made by Arcade1Up, as you can see there in the top left corner. A new partnership from Arcade1Up that they partnered with them to make some games. They've already released Hues and Cues, which I've done a review on before. And this is their latest release here. And right here at the beginning of the game, as you can see, it has all the player numbers at the bottom. So you can select 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8. So this game can play up to 8 players, which is fantastic. We're going to go ahead and select a full count of 8 just so you guys get an idea of how the game works. So I'm going to go ahead and select 8 right there. It says Tap A difficulty. It says Tap Advanced for a more challenging category for advanced play. Tap Easier for easier category. So I'm going to show you 2 sets. I'm going to show you the easy category first so you guys can get an idea of what kind of categories you guys are going to get. So in this game, the way that it works is you can see all the different letters of the alphabet sitting on here. You can see all the players are sitting around the table. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, as you guys can see on the top. And when I hit play there, what's going to happen is I'm going to get a category. Let's say it's household items, for example. As soon as I hit play, player 1 is going to have to think of a household item with the letters that are still available in the center of the table. Of course, when he starts, he has access to all of them. Let's say the first one he says is mop, and M is used. He taps the M word, and he hits mop. Then the next person goes, and now he has to say the same category, but using every letter except for the M, because the M has already been used. And it keeps going around the table until essentially you can't think of anything else for that category, and that person becomes out of the round, and then you'll see it reset. So let's go ahead and give you an example here. Let's say we hit play. You can see the categories are cars and trucks. So let's say you can see the countdown there, 6 seconds. Let's say player 1 is the first one to start because you can see it's popped up. I hit M, Mercedes. Next one. Player 2 goes and he says Jeep before that's over, so he's going to use the J, Jeep. Let's say player 3 goes and he says something crazy like, I don't know. Let's just say he doesn't say anything and that clock runs out. Or let's say he does say something. Or actually, yeah, let's just let the time run out. Let's say the next person goes now, and he says something that's incorrect. Let's say he uses the K, but he says something that we don't all agree with at the table. And now it's player 5's turn. Well, before player 5 goes, he can hit the hand button, and now you're going to say, was that a good answer, yes or no? So is the player 4 answer, did he give a good answer or not? Let's say we all finally come up to the fact, and we discuss it for a few seconds, and we're like, no, that was not a car or a truck. We hit no. You can see player 4 now evaporates from the table, and then player 5 continues. Now, he doesn't guess anything, so he doesn't know what to say. Let's say the next person says DeLorean. Let's say the next person says, I don't know. It's hard to come up with things right off the top of your head. So let's just say all the other players bow out. You can see it's going around the table, eliminating everyone. It goes back around to the table. Everyone has those 8 seconds to do it. And you can see that only player 6 is left. You can see a little thumbs up there in the corner. So you can see player 6 is the one that won that round. And of course you can just play again. It will give you a new category and you do it all over again with the same amount of players. So let's go ahead and just show you. So cars and trucks was an easy category in the sense that it's very simple. Let's see what happens when we hit 8 players again. And let's say we do the advanced section here. Let's see what kind of category we get here now. So this is going to be a little bit more ambiguity. So there's going to be a little bit more, it's going to be harder to come in. Something wet, mop. Done. You can say rag for R. Let's say someone says car because they think they're getting a car wash. But people are like, no, that's not something wet because it's not usually wet. So that player says that, but then they put the hand up and he's like, no, that wasn't a good answer. Bam, player 3 is out. And it keeps going around the table, as you guys can see. This is a fantastic game. It's been a fantastic game because it's obviously been out at like Target and stuff like that for a while now. And it's good to be able to see it on the Infinity Game Table and stuff because a lot of people do love this game. It's a really simple party game, but it's definitely one that fits in the ecosystem of the Infinity Game Table. And this one is fantastic. They did a really good job implementing it with the letters and stuff. You can see all the different categories and stuff that are in the game. So you can have an infinite amount of replayability. playing the harder or the easier categories. And it plays up to 8 players, which is fantastic for a party game. And this is definitely one that's going to be in the rotation for me when I bring the Infinity Game Table around for the holidays. I knew that this game was going to be really good on here because I knew the game already beforehand, like the physical game, and all they needed to do was do a really good job on the digital version, and they did. So this is a fantastic version of Tapple on the Infinity Game Table. If you guys are looking for a 8-player party game like this, a word game, this one is fantastic, and I urge you guys to check this one out. Other than that, guys, if you guys have any questions about anything you guys have seen here today, as always, leave it down below. If not, thank you guys for watching. Till next time.